What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Civilization 5 Deity Europe AI only battle. Things getting pretty exciting at the moment. There is so many really strong civs. We're really getting good at balancing these games, I think. They're getting very, very close to almost perfection. Maybe that's a bit strong, but they're getting close to being really good. Finally getting the hang of it, getting the right amount of civs. I think just understanding what to do. Obviously, we've chopped off like a big area of the map in this one, and I think that's something we'll be looking at to do more in the future, among other things, because obviously, with some of the recent other AI only battles going wrong, as much as I love, there's so many mods out there, and I'm sure so many of them are really good. Obviously, I've got to be really careful with which ones I use. Some of them just, are broken, and, together it can get even worse. Like, even the good ones can sometimes, if there are multiple ones on. So, we just got to be careful with that. But Rome and Russia has peaced out, and Rome has also peaced out with Byzantium. So that's that one done. But there's plenty going on. We're getting towards that modern era. It's sort of the early modern era. I'm imagining we'll see a first plane probably in the next couple of episodes. Maybe this one, it's always a surprise normally when I find it. I imagine Morocco, the Soviet Union, for example, are probably pretty close. Obviously, oil will be a key factor. I don't know if there's much of it on this map. In terms of people have noted, and I actually did forget, I said I would destroy a Songhai unit, and there are some units that sort of breach the walls. Carthage can do it naturally. I don't think they're actually here. Oh yeah, they have one here at the moment. But apparently, I've been informed settlers can't do it. And the Songhai have one as well, which is a glitch, I assume, just because they have filled the rest of the map and it's just spawned it in somewhere else in their tiles. Not really sure how that works, to be honest. I'm assuming I don't know how that works, to be honest. I'm guessing you can't build a new unit when there's one already in the city, I'm guessing. But, I don't know. I'm guessing it's just because they're full and it spawned it over there for whatever reason. There's another one here. I'll keep an eye on it. There's a settler here. It can't walk through mountains. As far as I'm aware, a settler should be fine. I'll keep looking for it though. I'll make sure, I'll try and not let anyone settle. If not, I'll use the autosave or something, go back to where it hasn't and kill it. We should notice it if it happens, basically. Before it happens. Assyria, and I'll spawn in a load of giant death robots and make sure that settler doesn't settle. Assyria, the Ottomans has just broken out, and that is huge down here, because the Ottomans are already struggling with Arabia, the Huns, and other civs. They failed against Byzantium pretty hard. Assyria already with a lot of units inside Ottoman territory as well. So this has been quite a big battle in the Middle East. Obviously Arabia probably happy with it as well. Going to surely lead to Memphis falling at some point. Right, world religion, Buddhism. There's a chance this passes. There is a lot of civs following Buddhism. I think Buddhism is probably like 50% of the civs that follow a religion. It's probably just under maybe 45 plus. So yeah, there's a chance it passes. It just depends how many votes the necessary civs actually have. So I'm not sure it will pass, but there's a good chance it could. The Ottomans' first turn to respond. They've sent a few more units up this way towards Arabia, but now they are all dragged away again. Actually, no, they've pushed in to defend this. But yeah, the rest, like Turkey, is looking pretty bare in terms of units. Armenia, not doing too badly either. But now, they've got some big cities, to be fair to Armenia. Give them some credit. What else can we see going on? Byzantium is still trying to conquer this Russian city. I don't know how they're making so slow progress. I guess the crossbowmen are just a bit old at this point, and 58 city defense is too high. And they're struggling a bit, because you expect that many units around a city that they'd eventually get it, especially over time. I mean, it'd be great for Byzantium if they could get it, especially with the Ottomans having so many issues at the moment. Is there any other wars going on, really? North Africa's sort of fallen a bit quiet. Rome's still holding off Spain fairly well. Switzerland's doing their thing. Britain is trying their best against the Celts. Not sure if Edinburgh will fall. There's a chance. It's time. I don't think it's quite ready to yet. And also, I don't really know. Sweden and Norway are here. I don't really know what. I think Norway might be at war with the Celts and Sweden with Britain. I'm not 1,000,000% certain as to what exactly is going on. But yeah, that is obviously going to throw a bit of a hindrance. I don't think Sweden or Norway will conquer anything here unless they get incredibly lucky. But yeah, obviously that is just like, it's a distraction. They're getting in the way. And just bear that in mind, I guess, when considering these things. Norway, not too much. Also, there was a new second channel video today. If you want to check that out, obviously there have been new videos on this channel as well. Would appreciate if you could check those out. Although I'm sure you probably already have seen those. It's more aimed at the people who haven't maybe watched or subscribed to the second channel just yet. It's pretty cool. New project, playing new games over there. There'll be opportunities to play with me in particular as well, because I can't really play Civ with people. I don't know why. My internet just isn't good enough, and my computer's not good enough. I don't know. It just crashes into the first turns. Like, just blanket statement. No, I just can't do it. Okay, it doesn't work. I can do EU4, Hui4, sorry, if someone else hosts. But obviously, getting a lot of people together again is an issue. But it is something I could potentially do. But I definitely also couldn't stream said thing. I could record it, but I could not stream it, I'm afraid, and my internet at home is actually slower than at university now, so it's off the table for a long time. Streams, I said I'd try and stream this weekend. Yeah, again, I'm just going to focus on making more videos. It's what I'm good at. It's what, well, I say I'm good at. It's what you guys watch the most. It's what I'm, more practiced in. I'm going to just focus on doing more videos as opposed to trying to do something new at the moment. I think the internet service providers might be happy with that too. I don't know, they're cutting things as well, I've noticed. In Europe, I think, I don't know if it started yet, it's hard to tell, but we're going to lose HD, which is probably, fair enough. I think that's fine. But yeah, desperate times obviously at the moment. Everyone working from home, it'll be quite interesting. I think it's going to change the world in the future, but we'll see. Well, it's definitely going to change the world, but there we go. Izmir has fallen. Syria conquers another city. Britain and the Celts, that's the end of that, so no worries about that one anymore. Celts have survived. But yeah, Syria grabbed their first city, pushing the Ottomans further out of the Arabian Peninsula. Just have this area, is it called the Levant? Levant? I don't know, I think it is. Region, sort of Syria, Israel, Palestine, Jordan, Lebanon. Is that around here somewhere? Down to, I don't know whose area this is here. I'm guessing I mentioned it all. Down to Egypt, maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm forgetting someone. Sorry if I forgot any countries there. Iraq's more inland. Iraq's like here. Well, this map's huge actually. Iraq. No, wait, that's Saudi. Yeah, Iraq is like where Asyr is here, isn't it? It's like these rivers. And this is sort of starting to be, I don't know, Iran starts somewhere over here. Who knows? This map's too big. It's a bit disorientating. Disorientating. That's the one. Got there in the end. They're so close. Oh no, they're not anymore. The Ottomans actually did defend this pretty well. Arabia's had a really bad go at this, and they're running out of units. A lot of these are archaeologists, which won't be too useful. I'm sure there's plenty of great, cultural ruins and stuff, but come on. Not really going to win them the game. Carthage and the Garamantes are still in this. They are falling behind for technology, but they are contenders, definitely. Doing fine, 3 cities. They're cities that the Europeans would definitely want. I'm sure someone would love to have the Garamantes land. But on its own, it's not that great. But if you could add this to the Greek Empire or Rome, they would love it. The same goes for Carthage here. That would be quite useful for them. Great war infantry. I think they're not the first. Someone else does have one. But Portugal's definitely got access to them now. And I'm sure some of the more tech-advanced countries will have them too. Although Portugal's probably up there, I'm guessing. I mean, they're all pretty close. Like, especially, yeah, Europe. I mean, France, Switzerland's fallen a bit behind France now. But it's mostly pretty close. Austria is still, I don't know what they're doing. They're just randomly walking around. But yeah, I'm sure I saw somebody else with great war infantry. Maybe not. Maybe I didn't. But I thought I did. Maybe it was Portugal, like last episode. That is also pretty... Oh no, the Goths have them as well. There you go. At least somebody does. I wasn't completely wrong. Which is a nice feeling, Oh, I think that's Machu Picchu. Don't know when they got that, but just spotted it. Looking pretty weird, especially on low settings. I don't even know if the game settings actually have an influence. To be honest, I'm not sure. because the processing is done by the CPU. Like the actual graphics of the game, they don't have to do that much. I get that it loads, like if I click really far away, it will have to reload, but most of it's loaded in already now. I'm guessing the graphics don't actually contribute that much. Obviously, I'm sure it all adds up, but it's not being a computer expert, I would not know. You're not doing much, Attila? Is he at war? He is at war with Armenia. Obviously, yeah, that's not happening. There's too many mountains there. Once plains are a thing, obviously mountains are a bit less of an issue, but for now, yeah, that's not happening. Here's the Goths doing just fine. Nothing particularly big for them. Spain looking okay. Portugal and Spain. Surely one of them's gonna... These two will go to war again at some point. It's got to happen, right? Pretty certain we'll see them again before the end of this. Arabia adds the Prora, which is another wonder for them. Keep adding those. That's pretty good. Wow, look at Babylon. 23 population. Mecca's at 24. Those are some good cities. This one here, Najran, is at 19 as well. So that's pretty... There's some huge cities out this way, to be fair. Azir, 26. Let's have a look, actually. There's not too many wars going on or sieges, so that's fine. Spies list. Please don't crash my game. Alright, biggest cities. There you go. Azir from Assyria at 26 is tied with Dongola from Mercuria and Gao, which is actually the Songhai capital, from Morocco. 25 then for Moscow, 24 for Mecca, so most of them are Middle East and Africa, and then there's Moscow and Warsaw, 24 and 25. Paris is at 24. Leningrad and Minsk then for the Soviet Union, both at 23. Oslo, Attila's court, Kabar, which is a Mali city that Morocco have. I don't think that's Mali's capital, so again that's quite impressive. Babylon's at 23, Stockholm's at 23. Sorry. Yawn. Russia with 22 with Magdeburg. That is one of their... I did not expect that to be the next biggest Russian city. 22 for Garama, which is the capital of the Garamantes. Recopolis is the Goths. I don't actually know. I think that's not their capital, but it is at 22. Rome at 22. Marrakesh, Bergen of Norway, Heliopolis of Mercuria, Madrid and Lisbon. Oh no, Lisbon's 20, Madrid 21. Istanbul, Rabat, Constantinople, Goth, Iskanza, Bialystok are all at 20, and then yeah, we're into the 19s, and it's getting there's a bit more of each at this point. Obviously, yeah, like a normal, that's probably not a normal distribution. It's probably, there's a lot of 14s. It's a bit more flat. I don't know. It's like the curve, isn't it? There's more of the middle cities, but I think it's more of a long, steep one than a tall one. Because there was a lot of the middle ones. There was only like one or two changes each time. Nothing new here. Spain, I can't get over this. Sorry anyone rooting for Belgium to keep bringing it up, but it is dreadful. Most literate, here we go. Most technologies. Austria with 52, then it's the Huns, Soviets, Arabia and Morocco all on 51. There's a bit of a drop actually to 49 for Assyria, Russia, Portugal, the Goths and Sweden that fill out the top 10. Quite interesting. Don't know why no civs have 50 technologies, but there you go. Doesn't matter too much. There we go. Oh, the city has fallen. Memphis finally into the hands of Arabia. They might lose it again, but I don't know how. Did they conquer that with a great profit? Don't know if that's meant to be possible, but we'll let it slide. They've been waiting long enough to do it, so yeah, I'll let that slide. I don't know what was placed first, but if this citadel, I assume by the Ottomans, that gave them access to that customs house, that is pretty brutal from Arabia. But yeah, there we go. They finally capture Memphis, which gives them a good chunk of land in this region. No Suez Canal, sadly, which would have been... Arabia could have really done with that. I mean, not that they have that many boats, but at the moment, all these boats are actually pretty pointless unless they're scared Mercuria is going to try cross the ocean. We'll see. No real movements yet from the Soviets. They're just protecting their stuff, biding their time, keeping an eye on the likes of Austria, Sweden. Yeah, mainly Austria and Sweden. They're the only ones they can actually get to. Unless they want to really fight their way through to Denmark without boats. That's going to be pretty brutal. Denmark's still a contender, and obviously keeping, 3 good cities. The longer Denmark stays alive, I mean, the problem is Sweden and Norway are also doing really well, so I think Denmark needs to maybe conquer Belgium or something to catch up with them, because Sweden and Norway are already ahead. So you're not going to catch up by being if you're not as good as them. But, you know, they're not doing as bad as they were at one point. Oh, they're really trying Byzantium. It's going so slow. I would like them to grab that city. They deserve it. Or maybe the Huns will eliminate the Khazar. Assyria's making progress across the board, and that's probably what dragged the Ottomans away a little bit. Switzerland v Spain again. That's not great news for the city of Cordoba here. Although Switzerland is miles away, and actually considering going for Antwerp instead. I have no idea why. That is not going to be a great idea. Armenia just entered the modern era. Wallachia. They're still fighting the Goths, but yet nothing's really changed. It's like, it's going to take 2 or 3 turns to kill a unit when only one can face the other one. Not much is going to happen. Greece will probably be watching it, you know, licking their lips, but it's going to take a lot of time before they're in a, you know, it's Greece will go, yep, let's do this now, I'm afraid. And that will be it for this episode. So as always, if you haven't, just smashed my desk. The mic just moved a lot as well. Thank you so much for watching. As always, if you have enjoyed, be sure to leave a like on the video, be sure to leave a comment down below, and maybe press that subscribe button if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.